Okay, I guess we're parked for the night. I guess. I'm about to go to sleep, guys. I will see you in the morning. By the way, it's gonna get down to 15 degrees tonight. If you guys haven't realized it by now, I actually quite enjoy colder weather. It's just a thing that I've always liked. I think it's growing up in the South. By the way, that noise is my heater going off. I got my heat on. I'm about to turn it off. And I'm going to see if I can sleep tonight with only using the heated blanket a little bit. I did that last night. I only used it for maybe 3 hours. Me and Lars are both warm and toasty, comfy, cozy. We've got several blankets, plus 2 heated blankets. So yeah, plus right now in the van, as you can see, I'm wearing a t-shirt. It's like 20 degrees right now, but in the van, it's like a good 70 plus at least. I've had the van on when I was driving to the spot, and I'm about to turn it off and go to bed. But yeah, I will update you guys with how we go tonight. Hopefully we go on well. Well, yeah, see you guys in the morning. Peace. Bobby. Yo, there's literal ice chunks in my water. Bubby, that's crazy. That's not crazy? Wow. What's up, guys? Before you ask, yes, I did just wash my face with ice cold water. If you guys watched yesterday's video, you'll know that I did a cold plunge at the hot springs. And when I said it was invigorating, I really meant it was invigorating. That felt incredible. And I did notice that my face, the skin on my face skin felt and looked like, I guess more, I don't know, more better. So this morning I wanted to do a face wash with ice cold water, and it gave me that same invigorating feeling that I got from the cold plunge yesterday, and it just felt awesome. Not saying I found a new thing, but I think I may have found a new thing. So speaking of cold, it is literally 20 degrees outside right now. Last night was 14 degrees.
which is -10 in Celsius. And me and Lars were in here honestly pretty darn toasty. And I'm gonna tell you guys how we were able to stay in this van and be comfortable in -10 Celsius degree temperature. But before all that, if you guys are new here, my name is Mateo, and I travel and live out of the back of my self-converted 2001 Ford E250 with my cat Lars, and we are in Colorado right now. This is day 2 of me ever being in Colorado. I've never been to the state before. So far, so good. I want to tell you guys how we power all of our heating sources and how we stay warm and how we did not freeze last night, because -10 Celsius is pretty darn, that's like below freezing. That's below freezing temperature, and we were honestly pretty cozy. So yeah, let's get into how we power this van. All right, so this is my Bluetti. This is a 1800 watt power generator, and this right here is my Angersolix C300, a 300 watt power generator. These are the only generators that I have in my van. I do have a lot more power, I just have not been able to put it in yet. I'm going through a redesign of my van pretty soon, so I don't want to put anything on. I don't want to put any of my solar up or anything if I'm just gonna, you know, redo it in the next couple months. So right now we're just working with these two. But these two generators are what powers my entire van life. These things power my fridge, they power Lars's automatic eating bowl, they power my TV, they power my heater, they power my guitar amp when I want to make music. They also power Lars's water bowl. Honestly, so many things, too much to mention. My laptop, drones, my USB powered lights. This literally powers my entire life. All right, so let's go step by step and talk about a little bit what I use these things for. Obviously, there's a huge power difference between these two. This one is the C300. It does not have a AC power input. It doesn't have like any outlets for like plugging in like a 3-prong or a 2-prong, but it does have the car port right there, and it has USBs. It also has USB-Cs, and yeah, what I do use this for is I use this mostly for my TV, powering all of Lars's stuff, like his automatic feeding bowl, his water bowl. I use this for like charging my phone, my drones, my USB powered lights, my smaller stuff. I use this for my smaller stuff. I do have a little trick to get away with this thing not having a 2 or 3 prong. So I have this 400 watt power inverter. So what I'll do is I'll just plug this into my C300, and then I can use it and use the actual 3 prongs on it. So I can plug in my TV, Lars's stuff, my laptop if I need to, all that. So yeah, this actually works pretty well. It packs a big punch for such a small power station. Now this guy right here, this beefy gentleman right here, this is the Bluetti 1800 watt generator. Now this guy I use to plug up my fridge. I do have a like pretty decent sized fridge with a freezer and a fridge part. So I have my fridge plugged up to that. Although it's been so cold, I have not been having to plug in my fridge, which honestly has been kind of a blessing in disguise. Now that I showed you how I power my stuff, let me show you my actual heat sources. Okay, so these are my heated blankets. I have 2. This one right here, I got most recently. And this one right here, I got last year. My friend Lucky Kaya, she's also a van lifer. She gifted me a few things before it got cold. She gave me the 500 watt Jackery. She gave me this heated blanket and a bunch of other stuff that I still use to this day. So I was very grateful for her for helping me out during that time. But yeah, these are my heated blankets. I usually have this one right here at the bottom. I also have a nice throw blanket right here, and I have another blanket under the bed. So I have plenty of blankets, but I'll usually have this one on the bottom. I'll lay on top of this one, and then I'll have this one on top. So I'm like, what I call it, so I panini myself under 2 hot heated blankets. And yeah, that's how we stay warm while we sleep. Normally, I won't use them all night because they will burn up way too much power, and I honestly don't need them. At some point, it gets like really hot, and I'll need to turn them off. Most nights, I only just use the one at the bottom because, you know, since heat rises, I'll have the one on the bottom, and I'll lay on that, and I'll be plenty toasty. So yeah, that's how I stay warm while I'm sleeping. Lars, my adventure cat, he sleeps in the bed with me. On some nights where he does not want to sleep in the bed because he's a very independent cat, we'll get to how I keep him warm. All right, so for Lars, he has this little cat dome that he sleeps in. Mostly while I'm driving, he'll be in here. Sometimes at night he'll sleep in here as well. So when he wants to chill out in here and it's cold, or if I'm not gonna be having the heat in the van on for a while and he's in here, what I'll do is I'll turn this on. This is his little cushion pad, but it also, as you can see, has a plug-in because it heats up. And this thing gets nice and toasty warm. So there's been nights where I've been in the bed with the heated blankets on and he's been wanting to stay up in the front seat in his little cat dome. So I'll just plug this into my C300, which is my smaller power station, and he'll be warm for hours and hours and hours. So yeah, we both have our little heated blanket situations. Wanna get in there? Yeah, he loves this thing. Oh, nice and toasty in there, isn't it? I know. Good job. Oh, let's move that over here. Flat surface for you. Now, as far as like a different type of heater, I don't have like a wood burning stove. I don't have a diesel heater. Honestly, a wood burning stove would probably be what I would get before I got a diesel heater. The reason for that being, most of my things run off power, and even when I do get my power situation to where I have a lot of power, I still like to have ways to heat myself without having to use, you know, plugging things in. So I'd probably go for like a wood burning stove. So yeah, I don't have a wood burning stove or a diesel heater, but I do have a EcoFlow Wave 2, and that is a heater and air conditioner all in one. Let me show you that real quick. All right, so this is my EcoFlow Wave 2. Turn it on, and with the light indication, you can tell what it's on. You can turn it to heat. It is at 100%. So right now the battery is at 100% still because I haven't used it since it's been cold. I haven't had to. But this morning I woke up with ice in my water, so I figure it might be time to, you know, crack this boy out. So yeah, it comes with a few of these hose attachments to put in front of the blower and the exhaust, so I can actually aim them. It stretches and I can actually aim them at where I'm at. And when I'm using the heat, the exhaust blows out the cold air, so I'll have that going out the window. It comes with a little attachment that lets you blow it out of the window. When it's blowing cold air, the exhaust obviously blows out hot air, so I'll still have that blowing out the window as well, so it doesn't get hot in here while I'm trying to make it cold. It's pretty good for what it is. I do prefer the air conditioning on it versus the heat. When it's hot in here, it does actually get pretty cool. But when it's like cold in here, I've used it a couple times, and I mean, if it's aimed at you, it's pretty good, but like I said, it does not heat up the entire living space, so don't expect that. So another thing that I'll do to stay warm is I'll crank the van up. So yeah, usually about 20 minutes before going to bed and about 20 minutes before getting out of bed to start my day, I will crank the car on and blow the heat, and it'll get nice and toasty in here. Last night, for instance, when I drove to where I'm camped out tonight, I had the heat on the entire time, and I didn't have to turn my heated blanket on until I fell asleep and woke back up, and it was like really cold, and that was around 2 in the morning. I went to sleep around I think 10:30, 11-ish, something around that time. So it stayed toasty enough for me and Lars to be warm under the blankets without them being turned on. And then this morning I woke up around 6:45, got out of bed, cranked the car on, and then I got up officially at around like 7:20, 7:25, something like that. So yeah, cranking the van on really works. I don't use it often. I don't have it on all day or all night, obviously. But just to heat the van up so you can get your day started or get to bed, it works great. So last but not least, my favorite way to stay warm, and this has been true since I lived in the Astro van with nothing but a Mr. Buddy heater and a heated blanket that I could only use like every other day because the Jackery just couldn't handle it. My favorite way to stay warm in this van is cooking. So that sounds like a joke, but literally, whenever I cook anything, this is a full stovetop and a full oven. So whenever I cook or bake something in this van, it gets so warm in here. It actually reminds me of how warm it got when I used my Mr. Buddy heater, except for like warmer. It gets way warmer than that. The Mr. Buddy heater runs off of propane, as does the Camp Chef that I have. I just turn on the burners, make some tea, which obviously will warm me up as well, or I'll make breakfast, or I'll make lunch or dinner. I'll put something in the oven. Sometimes I like to get dried herbs and put them in the oven on low to make the van smell really, really good. And that's doing two things at once. It's making the van smell good, and it's making it super warm and toasty in here. So I'm gonna actually bake something tonight, and when I end this video, I'm gonna be making some breakfast. So yeah, it's gonna get plenty warm in here. So yeah, guys, that's how I power and heat my van. That's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. I do want to change things up. Like I said, I'm going to be going through a new conversion probably. Late winter, early spring, around that time is when I hope to do it. And I plan on doing a lot more to make this van like a full-time home, just comfortable, all the amenities that I need, heat, power, air, more space. I'm gonna make some more space in here. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, please leave them down in the comments. It's been really hard to get the comments while I've been doing this because I'm literally filming, editing, and posting daily during Vlogmas, but I'll do my best. But yeah, if you guys have been enjoying Vlogmas, please consider hitting that subscribe button, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that stuff. I've really been hoping to hit 100K subscribers during Vlogmas. I'm not sure if that's gonna work out, but if you are not subscribed and you like what you see, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It means a lot. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna make some breakfast and coffee and warm up, and I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, peace.